Install the plugin from your Fab library, then enable it under Edit, Plugins, search for 876 Render Master, enable it, and restart the engine. You'll find the panel under Window 876. Dock it wherever you like. Turn on the master toggle in the header and everything lights up. One thing to know up front, every change this plugin makes is non-destructive. Your original camera settings come back whenever you reset. Chapter 3, Quick Rundown. Alright beautiful people, before we dive deep into everything this plugin can do, let me get straight to the point. 1 minute, let's go. Flip on the master switch and you're live. Right away, you can pilot any camera straight from the outliner. Just select it and boom, you're looking through its lens. Want to render your sequence? 3 clicks. Load your sequence, load your render preset, and hit render. That's it. You can literally render right now. Go grab a coffee because the plugin drops you a notification the second it's done. But hey, let's do a little more before we render. With your sequence and preset loaded, pick your resolution of choice. Then choose your aspect ratio from a whole list of cinema formats. And here's the fun part. You can pilot and play any camera or your full camera cuts right from the sequence without ever opening the sequencer. Fast, clean, cinematic. Now, let's get into the good stuff. Alright, let's talk cameras. This is the heart of the whole plugin, so let's have some fun with it. First up, your level cameras. See any camera in your scene? One click and boom, you're piloting it instantly. Got one selected over in the outliner instead? Same deal. One click and you're flying it. Now say you lose track of which camera you're actually piloting. No problem. Hit this magnifying glass and it highlights that exact camera right there in the outliner. And this pin icon, that's your grab it button. Pick whichever camera you like in the outliner or right there in your viewport. Totally your call. Okay, now the fun part. Let's bring a sequence into the mix. The moment you load a sequence up top, watch what happens. All of its cameras show up right here, your camera cuts. And every single camera living inside that sequence, each one tagged with the sequence's name, so you always know exactly where you are. And notice this, your level cameras just grayed out. That's completely on purpose. You're inside a sequence now, so the plugin keeps you locked on the sequence cameras. Want your level cameras back? Easy. Just clear the sequence and they're live again. And of course, you can pilot and play any of these. Now let's meet the auto key toggle. This one's slick. I'll flip it on, pilot one of my sequence cameras, and give it a little push on the focal length and the aperture. Watch the timeline. Keyframes dropping in automatically. Start and end handled for me. I'll even grab a focus target while I'm here, but hang tight because we go deep on focus and tracking in just a bit. So keyframing is your call. Leave auto key on and just move things, or switch it off and tap the little key button right next to each setting. Automatic or hands-on. However you love to work, the plugin's got you. Chapter 5, the lens. Let's kick things off with the 2 sliders you'll basically live in. Focal length and aperture. Slide them and watch your whole shot transform in real time. Now, see this Use Lens Preset checkbox? Flip it on and it unlocks any lens presets you've got sitting inside your project. You also have the option to turn on lens distortion. It gives the image a beautifully subtle, organic distortion. Now, about that lens preset dropdown. Right now it's empty. No lens pack loaded in yet. But I've got a really cool recommendation for you. A completely free lens pack, straight from gumroad.com. And here's the best part. I dropped the link right inside the dropdown. So if you don't have any presets yet, this couldn't be easier. Just click that link and it takes you straight to the page. It's completely free. Though hey, if you're feeling generous, you can throw them a little something to show some love. It's a really nice pack. Did I mention it's completely free? I've already got mine, so I'll skip the download here. But you, go grab it. Okay, once you've grabbed the free anamorphic lens pack, or any lens preset you've got lying around, just drop it anywhere in your project. Tick Use Lens Presets. And watch this. The plugin hunts down every last one and drops them straight into the drop-down. No importing, no setup. You pick one, and just like that, it's live. Let's roll with the Hawk Vintage 80mm. And guess what? For every lens, you can flip on lens distortion or leave it off. Totally your call. Switch it on though, and you get that subtle, filmic realism. Now, let's test it on this character. Alright, now let's watch it with lens distortion on and off. It gives the face a really nice, subtle distortion. Nothing too harsh, just enough to give it that real anamorphic lens feel. And that's a wrap on the lens category. Okay, here's my favorite part. Focus and tracking. Let's start with manual focus. Nice and simple. Just grab the manual focus distance slider and dial it in. Or use the picker right beside the slider to grab a surface straight from the viewport. Want to animate it? Easy. Hit this to land a keyframe. And if the focus can't quite keep up, push the focus speed, then drop a few keyframes in between for anything that slips out of focus. Hands-free with the auto key toggle. Now, the fun part. Switch your focus type to tracking and set your target to your subject. And here's something important about this plugin. It recognizes MetaHuman characters right out of the box, natively. Bones, sockets, all of it. So the second you select your MetaHuman, every bone loads in, ready to go. Let's prove it. You can type the character's name or scroll the list. Or use this icon, which grabs whatever actor is selected in your viewport or outliner and drops it straight into the drop-down. Next, this magnifying glass. It finds the actor that's in the drop-down, right there in your outliner and viewport. Got a massive scene and can't spot your subject? Just hit the magnifying glass. Watch, nothing selected in the outliner, one click, and there it is, found instantly. Let's clear it and try the third icon, the picker. This one lets you pick your actor straight from the viewport or the outliner. Click who you want in the viewport. Boom, it's in the drop-down. Or grab them from the outliner. There it is again. And it's not just characters, you can load any regular actor, any 3D asset, the exact same way. One click, and it's in focus. But let's get back to the MetaHuman, because this is where it gets special. The moment your MetaHuman is loaded, every bone fills that bone or socket drop-down, ready to pick. Here's why that matters. Load a full character, and the system tries to focus on the whole body. So on a close-up, the face won't be tack sharp. This plugin solves that. And there's your full bone list. Now, the focus presets. Click one, and bam! The face snaps into perfect focus, because now it's locked to the face specifically. Left eye, right eye, the mouth, sharp, instantly. And if you need a little more, use the offsets to nudge it sharper, because every character's body type and size is different. You've got X, Y, and Z to shift it just a touch. Prefer something simpler? There's a single slider offset too. In the override section, the tracking offset is the standard 3-axis way. But flip to the single slider, and the tracking offset switches off, while tracking offset SS takes over. And just like that, one slider does the whole job. No wrestling 3 axes to nail it. Now let's watch focus work with animation, locking onto its target, keeping your actor pinned in frame, razor sharp, just like autofocus on a mirrorless camera. This is where that tracking offset earns its keep. Let's play the sequence. See that? The focus preset is already nailing it. But when you push in really close, you just give it a pinch of sharpening with the offset. Let's use my favorite, the single slider. And there it is. It got sharper, right on the face. I've got the aperture cranked way down for this one, for way more bokeh and separation. And if the focus ever lags behind, just bump the speed. And that's it. I think I can still make this a little sharper.
Perfect.
Now let's talk resolution and aspect ratio, because this is where output setup gets really fast. Resolution is your render size. One click, HD, 4K, 8K. But you're not limited to those three. Open the drop down and you get even more options. 2K DCI, 5K, and custom. So if you want square, vertical, ultra wide, or any custom size, you can set it. And if there's a resolution you want added later, let us know. This list can grow. Now, the crop menu controls the shape of your render. Choose 16:9, DCI flat, DCI scope, Ultra Panavision, or the full DCI container, and watch what happens. The second you pick a crop, 876 Render Master calculates the exact final resolution for you. It fits the aspect ratio properly inside the selected container, just like a real cinema delivery. Change the resolution, the crop stays locked. Change the crop, the pixels update instantly. No calculator, no guesswork. Just two clean choices. Resolution, crop, and your final output is ready. All right, you got the full workflow down. So before we finish up, here are the extra tools that round it all out. One-click screenshots. Need a clean preview, a test frame, or a thumbnail? One click, straight from the viewport. Done. Viewport quality, low, default, high. These aren't render settings, they're performance controls. Scene getting heavy? Drop it to stay smooth. Push it back up for a cleaner preview. Your render quality never changes. Custom render frames. Don't need the whole sequence? Set your own start and end frame and render just the piece you want. Perfect for quick tests or re-rendering one fix without redoing the entire shot. The overrides. This is your control over the control itself. Camera, lens, focus, crop. Switch any of them on to let 876 take the wheel or off to leave it completely untouched. Surgical control over exactly what the plugin drives. And the reset buttons, because 876 Render Master is built non-destructive. Hit reset and your camera and viewport snap safely back to where they started. No damage, no stuck locks. So test anything, break nothing. You've always got a clean way back. Now, up top, the status lights. Master, CineCam, lens, focus, and render. Your whole setup at a glance. Each one glows green when that part's active and ready, and stays dark when it's not. The render light's the smart one. Gray when you're not ready, amber when you're set, green when you're rolling. No guessing. One glance and you know exactly where you stand. And that's the standard this plugin runs on. Fast setup, clear feedback, safe control, professional output, and way fewer trips across the Unreal interface. We couldn't fit everything into one series, so we'll keep posting videos to help you get the most out of it. And if you hit a bug, want a feature, or just want to show what you made, jump into the Discord. Support, updates, and community shots all live there. One last thing, Black Eye Cam support is optional. Use the Black Eye plugin, and 876 has a dedicated section built right in, with its own full video coming soon. And that's 876 Render Master, your entire cinematic camera pipeline in one clean panel. Thanks for watching. Now go make something cinematic.